to another crime and cosmetics video with me, Lisa Storia. If you're new here, then welcome, and if you're coming back every time, I love you, love you, love you, love you. Every week I post a new video of true crime stories about serial killers or anything to do with true crime, and I do my makeup at the same time. I will put a disclaimer out there to say that this video might not be suitable for younger viewers, as all my videos include crime scenes, crime photos, crime videos, graphic discussions. So with that said, let's get into the story. This is the case of Luka magnotta. Very weird individual, as in all my videos, and he is, makes my skin crawl. He's into animal cruelty and different things, and he's still alive to this day. That's another thing to think of when you're watching this video. Magnotta was born in 1982, which would make him now 39 years of age at this moment in time. And he was born Eric Flint Kirk Newton. That was the name he was given. He was homeschooled all through his childhood, so he didn't really have any contact, or didn't play with any children his age right through his childhood. So that must have been very weird childhood, to not have anybody to play with. His mother was a clean freak. She was obsessed with keeping the house clean, and apparently he had pet rabbits, him and his siblings, because he was one of three. They had a pet rabbit, and the mother was so obsessed with cleaning that she was sick of these rabbits, because perhaps they had a bit of a smell to them or whatever. So she put them outside in the freezing cold, and they froze to death. So yeah, nice mother. It was realised then that his dad had schizophrenia. Luka magnotta's parents split up, and Luka then went to live with his grandmother. Whilst he was living with his grandmother, his brother would physically and mentally abuse him because he was quite feminine and girly. So his brother bullied him, and he was bullied quite bad by like a few people that he come in contact with through his family and like outside the family as well. And he began to show tendencies of what his father was like. So he was like sort of going through a mental illness, as he was diagnosed by the doctor that he was going through mental difficulties, should we say. This is what led to him then doing gay porn and porn photos, porn videos, gay porn modelling. He was also an escort and a stripper. In 2004, the police were looking into magnotta because he befriended a woman who had the mental capacity of a small child. He talked her into getting all his credit cards. He spent over £10,000 all in her name. So basically ripped her off. And then he sort of just said goodbye to her and just left her with a debt. So he was arrested then by the police and charged with fraud. It was also said that he had sexually assaulted her and videotaped her, because he liked making these videos, as you'll see as this story goes on, and putting them on the internet. But it was later then sort of quashed, as we say, and he didn't get charged with anything, so he basically got away with it. So I don't know if he did actually sexually assault this poor lady or not. When he was in court and he was charged with this fraud, they basically said that, you know, he got a mental illness and he needed to take medication. So the judge had said to him, he basically told him that he needs to take his medication. He needs to be on medication, he needs to take it.
My name is Luka. Magnotta is my last name, M-A-G-N-O-T-T-A. A lot of people tell me I'm really devastatingly good looking, so...
It was the worst video I've ever seen.
If I don't have my looks, then I don't have any life.
He was given 9 months community service and 12 months of probation, where he'd have to check in with probation for those 9 months. Magnotta's solicitor said that this was the worst thing that could have happened, because this was when the shit hit the fan basically, and this is when he started doing these nutty things. His rampage of destruction and sickness. In 2006 he changed his name to Luka Magnotta. So this was the porn star name that he made for himself, and the name that sickens us to this day. He had quite a bit of cosmetic surgery, including multiple hair transplants. He was desperate to be a celebrity. He tried for multiple TV shows, like reality shows and stuff. He was just never accepted for any of the shows, whether they could see that he was a bit strange or on edge, or like, you know, sometimes you can suss somebody out like that, can't you? And in videos I've watched of him, you know, he does look really weird. The way he acts is quite slimy and ugh, I don't know, I can't really explain. I would feel uncomfortable in his company if I was to talk to him. He just, you know, even not knowing any of the things he did, I would just feel so uncomfortable talking to him. He started a rumour that started herself, now mind, that he was dating Carla Hamolka, who was a killer. Her and her partner, her boyfriend or husband, they planned to kill her sister. They raped her, they murdered her. Luka Magnotta had said that he was going out to that, but he went to the news headquarters, and he basically said, oh look, you know, I'm so famous and everybody knows my name, everybody knows me, and my life is getting ruined because there's a rumour going round that I'm dating this killer. But he said, no, I'm not in a relationship and all this. I'm paranoid because he was so famous. And I mean, really, he wasn't even known of. Nobody even knew who he was. The rumour wasn't even true. Nobody even heard of the rumour. Nobody knew who he was. It was just a load of rubbish just to try and, again, make himself famous on the news. To get his name out there on the news. Absolute weirdo. So because this didn't get him his fame that he wanted, he started going on YouTube, my favourite thing, and posting videos about himself but pretending to be somebody else, and like starting rumours and speculations and stuff, which, you know, was desperate, didn't it? You've got to admit, it is a bit clever really to try and get your name out there. Strange how the mind works. In 2010 there was a video made by Magnotta of, and I need to be careful when I say this because it upsets me more than anything, which is animal cruelty. It was called One Guy, Two Kittens. It was a video that was put on the internet. I'm not going to show the video because I don't want to be associated with the video. I don't even want to see it because I've seen a snippet of it, and when I was watching Fifth Estate, there was a snippet on there of what he done to the kittens, and also it was on Don't Fuck with Cats, F-U-C-K. That's on Netflix, and it shows a little bit of him, what he was doing, and it really, really upset me. I wish I'd never watched the part afterwards. And he's saying put in basically two beautiful kittens, stroking them, and then putting them into one of those super suctioned bags where you like put your stuff in if you want to go on holidays, or if you want to put away in your cupboard, you put the clothes in and then you suck the air out with a hoover. Well, he done this to these poor little kittens and left them in a bag. A group of animal lovers, or what they call them, like activists, seen this video, and they were quick to try and hunt this psycho down, and rightly so. And what an amazing job they done. I think it was one person in particular who started this manhunt and got everybody else involved in this footage of this video, these cats, like what was in the background and things like that. But he was very good at putting in, changing his location. So like apparently you can, wherever you are, you can put in, I don't know if it's Google or whatever, and you can change your location. So wherever people thought he was, he weren't actually there. He was just changing his location manually, and he was just like running from everybody. The admin person named it Find the Vacuum Kitten Killer. It had 4,000 members, and one of them was Magnotta himself. So he wanted to be right in on it. He was like loving this, wasn't he? they were noticing like certain things he had around him, like pillows and things. So they were looking into like other videos that he had on the internet and stuff, and they could see that this was his pillow and his belongings, like I think it was a bag as well that was there, that you could clearly see it was him, because they didn't show his face in the video. So he'd posted a video with him and kittens on somewhere else, so they were like, but then when he'd done this video where he actually killed him, he didn't show his face and he had different clothes on and different things, so they had to see what was around him in the video to try and place exactly who it was and see if they could see if it was the same guy in this other video and how they could track him down. He also posted other videos of kittens, killing kittens, other animals. He was saying about, talking about death and things like that, and posting like as if he was into death big time. So all the activists that was on this channel were trying to force the police, you know, to get as much information to them as they could to, you know, get him caught from and stop him from doing these sick things. And this is where we get into more depth of the story, where things take a turn for the worse. In 2012, this magnotta met up with this guy called Jun Lin. He'd failed to show up at work or class. They were worried about his safety. Round about this time, there'd been a video posted to YouTube called One Lunatic, One Ice Pick. This is where we get into then what happened, and this video is from another guy that I watch, and he's called That Chapter, and he's amazing. He posts all true crime stories on his channel, and this video is off there of Jun Lin entering into the home of Luka Magnotta.
They just keep saying to me all the time, oh, you know what, you look good, you look fine, just don't even worry about it. But I honestly, they don't understand my position in life. They don't understand my goals in life.
When the video was uploaded, it showed poor Jun Lin tied to a bed. Luka had done very sick things to him, and the name goes for itself. One lunatic, one ice pick. It just says it all. So you can begin to imagine what he done to this guy. Police didn't believe this video was true. They thought it was a hoax, and the activists had sent the police these videos over and over, and this video of Jun Lin, they said loads of times, you know, this killer is the one that killed the kittens, the kitten killer on the internet. But they just didn't believe it. It went on for quite a few days. Because what he done, I will tell you a little bit of what he done in the video, because I know you all want to know. If you're anything like me, you want to know the nitty gritty. But poor Jun Lin, and my heart goes out to him. and this was filmed in the video, he beheads him, he chops him up into little pieces, and he mailed all the pieces to schools and to members of the Parliament in and around Canada. When this torso was found by a caretaker a few days after this video, they noticed somewhere on the suitcase and the packaging that Jun Lin's torso was in, that there was information of where it come from. So they quickly went to Magnotta's Montreal apartment and they found blood everywhere. They found a letter which was left by Magnotta, and it says, "Roses are red, violets are blue. They will need dental records to identify you." Awful. Magnotta then was nowhere to be seen. He'd vanished. And he was now on the run. So there was a huge manhunt to find this disgusting excuse for a human being. And whilst this manhunt was going on, Luka was posting videos of him partying and having a good time and referring to people who are watching this video as his fans. He was finally captured in Berlin, where he went into an internet cafe and he went on the computer and he was searching up himself, basically, because he was like obsessed with himself. So on the 19th of June 2012, Magnotta pleaded not guilty. The video was shown of what he'd done to Jun Lin that was involved in the trial, and he still denied it all the way. So it took quite a long time, 2 years really, where they finally decided, because they said like he was insane, well obviously he was insane, to do what he did. The 15th of December 2014, where they charged him with a mandatory life sentence, and then he could plead for parole after 25 years. But he was also given another charge of 19 years for other things that he'd done. So, but he's still in prison to this day. I hope he never gets out. The world would be a frightening place. So that's it for today's video. I have recently put a video up on my eyebrows because a lot of people have asked me how I do my eyebrows, and I got a new way of doing them. It's like stick-on tattoos. So I just posted a video about that before this one, so go and check it out. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next one.